What's up, internet? I told you I'd be here, and I'm here. My microphone idea didn't pan out because I couldn't find the cord that I wanted. But if I really need to do some of this, I have a lapel mic for, you know, it clips onto your lapel. So I got the lapel mic, and I've got like some other things that might work, and I can be like, hey, what's up, guys? But for right now, for what we're gonna do, and unfortunately it's still overcast and I slept in a little bit, but we should have good lighting without being backlit here. I'm just gonna try and be close to the camera as we're framed up in wide mode. Yeah, I know, scary, ugly ogre guy. Actually, I keep saying ogre, but I'm like a goblin. You know, like more like a fucking swarm deck from Magic the Gathering. I'm a goblin. But today we're gonna do something different. And yes, I got the new shoes. And I'm gonna try them. They feel good. I mean, my foot still bulges the shoe out to here, but it's way more width than I've been dealing with. The blue shoes, the Nike ones, they're in there. And I got these padded like skateboarding socks. I don't know if they're, I usually rock tall socks like old school basketball because it gives you a little shin protection, to be honest. But let's see how these like skater socks work. But that's a clean looking shoe, man. Like, now it's hard to find the forest green and black ones. You can only find like black or gum or brown or mustard, like gross colors. I had to buy this, and I'm always like, hey, don't go to Zumiez. Support your mom and pop store. I had to buy this from Zumiez warehouse. So I'm a hypocrite. Oh, why do people hate Zumiez? You're like a core skater and you think everyone's a poser? No, dude, it's kind of like the mall brand. When their store blew up, like my favorite board shop literally closed. It was called Yeah Boards. Yeah, dude. Got that uh-oh heart attack juice. What the fuck? So, I hope some more people. Hang on one second. I want some more people to join before I start talking about what I'm talking about. Today we're gonna do an album recommendation, and this is one thing I want to start doing on my channel. It's not reviews or in-depth analysis, even though I might yammer on about how this sound was achieved or what's that or what they bring to the table. I want to try and promote some stuff that I've loved and has been very meaningful to me. Because, dude, everybody knows, there's a lot of people like, oh, dude, this song is so deep, you gotta hear it. And it's like some fucking garbage, vanilla, Taylor Swift, fucking like radio play, like, oh, you're so cool, you listen to all obscure shit. No, it's like the things that people apply deep, meaningful, or like esoteric, or like up to the interpretation of the listener. People say, oh, it's experimental, it's artistic. No, dude. People give those banners to things that don't give you anything back. And that's kind of, people are like, have you heard Evanescence? It's like so deep, it got me through the darkest time. It's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, Amy Lee was just cashing in on the mall goth trend at the time. Not a gothic person. Not saying like I'm gonna pull your rivet card like I'm the most industrial guy, because I hate gatekeepers, okay? There's always some old dude at the club who's like, you don't know Bauhaus, fuck you, right? But that's not what I'm doing. It's just like things like that. They take style and cues, and they take like all these things from the goth industrial scene, but then they make like some mediocre ass rock music for a fucking shopping at Kohl's. It's like, anyway, I don't want to just like rail on something that someone likes and, you know, get pushback, but like Amy Lee just came to my mind immediately because of the, you know, the cover where her face is like all white and she's got like the anti-eyebrow piercing or whatever. And it's like, are you alternative, or are you like, hey, my culture is not a costume? That's offensive. I mean, you can dress however you want. You can dress however you want. That's fine. But don't be like a conservative asshole and be like, I'm alternative. I hate minorities. It's like, no, get the fuck out of our scene, please. Like that Jake Monroe guy. Oh my God, he's like, women. Stupid bitches. It's like, all right, bro, get a life, man. Not goth, not alt. You're not even like a Slipknot kid with the fucking Trip bondage pants, dude. You're not even like that kind of mall goth, you fucking poser. Anyway, my phone is just wigging now. That's great. Is it gonna do this thing where it just crashes and restarts? How am I gonna get back to the... This is great. How am I gonna get back to the app? How am I... What in the fuck? Dude, I can't unlock my phone. What in the fuck? Sorry, everyone. This is, sure, I gotta clear some hard drive space on my cell phone, but, like, what? Like, I can't unlock my phone right now. It went to the camera app. Hang on, just... I'm really sorry about this, guys. It won't... Oh my God, it's working. What did I get on the screen? What's happening? Holy crap. I hope the stream's not lagging. My screen is black. Okay. Well. What the fuck? So I don't want to be like, hey, you're a poser, as I also out of the same mouth say I hate gatekeeping, but there were a lot of, I wouldn't even say poser. I would just say, like, people saw it and it was misconstrued as, like, because they took the entire, like, industrial rivet gothic style. It looked like, I don't know, you looked like a missing member of Blue Tango. And you're, like, making this crummy, it's like Nickelback, but for goth. But it's not goth. But anyway, that being said, did my phone just go to jail again? Okay. That being said, we got to try these new shoes on. Right now I'm in my boots. My microphone thing didn't work out. I wish there were more people watching than just 2 right now, so that I could, like, explain my deal. Like, I want to do this album recommendation. So this is music that really helped me through some dark times, and it's really changed my life. And I had to give that long disclaimer and talk shit and say poser or whatever. I had to give that long disclaimer and do all that because, like I said, a lot of times people will listen to something very vanilla, very basic. And if it gets you through a dark time, that's great. Like, I'm not knocking it. But what I'm saying is, when people, especially like novice smokers, get high and they go, oh man, it's the deepest song ever. Oh, it's not like we're listening to Time by Pink Floyd. That one literally makes you contemplate your own mortality. Yeah, it's an amazing song. But like, people hear like, I don't know, some dumbass radio play stuff. I don't know that stuff. Like Kenny Chesney. And he's like, I don't wear shoes and I like 4-wheelers. And it's like, wow, how, dude, this is so profound. This is so fucking deep. It went right to my soul. This can connect with every human being on the planet. No. No. Now, people hate Nickelback. I don't like Nickelback. I hate Nickelback as well. But I do know, what's that, Chad Kroeger? I do know his shtick. He was interviewed a few times and he said, hey man, I took a loan out from my stepdad. We bought a bag of shrooms. We tripped balls and said, let's make an elevator rock band music. He said, let's make generic rock music and get famous. He's not lying. He's being totally fucking honest. So like, I gotta give him the points for that. Kind of just like Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons. He was like, you know what? People were asking, well, when are you gonna end The Simpsons? He's like, I'm gonna keep doing The Simpsons until it's unwatchable. He's like, I'm gonna keep doing The Simpsons and plugging merch until it's just part of Americana and it's unwatchable. He himself said that he's gonna keep doing the show until like you can't have a show anymore. So that I kind of like that mentality. But yeah, Nickelback is notorious for getting hate, and rightfully so. Their shit is garbage, but it was on purpose that they did that. They literally were like, hey man, how do we get rich? And they made like fucking pseudo butt rock for dads. Honestly, good rock for dads is like some fucking Foo Fighters, man. Everlong, like my cock. Anyway, I'm trying to wait for more viewers. And it doesn't look like anyone's gonna come in the stream other than 2 people. And thank you so much for being here, because I was really prepared for this, actually more than normal, but I got sidetracked, as I always do. Oh, Eeks, you have ADD, you're untreated. No, when I got rained out yesterday, I was just sitting there tapping my knee. I was like, dude, I need to go film. I need to go film. Because I don't think I'm gonna film. I don't think I'm gonna get any footy for my skate edit. This is just me practicing with a live audience to get good at skating again. Because, to be honest, the thought of doing a hard flip just scares the shit out of me right now. Like, I never really had them on lock to begin with, but if you get a slow rotation on a hard flip, because it like folds over itself backwards, you're just gonna land on your ball sack, you know? You know, and if you're a chica, you're gonna land on your pussy and it's gonna fucking hurt, dude. Like this, like this. Hard flip is like... That's a hard flip. So before I get these new sneakers on and we try to rip here, dude, by the end of the season, I'm gonna need a new deck, and I'm gonna keep these trucks, and I'm gonna keep these, like, dude, guys, sure, my other board has like softer cruiser wheels on it, like bigger wheels, but these are 53. Usually the lower size to start is 54 millimeter. These are 53 millimeter wheels. The little street wheels aren't that great for cruising over like debris and stuff. They chunk and flat spot sometimes, but I like the tackier wheel. It's a little less forgiving, and if you land wrong, you're gonna get pitted. And also you can get nice turns. You see how big of a gap there is between the deck surface and then the wheel? You don't ever have to use riser pads. When you're having a wheel that's 53, you will never have to use a riser pad or anything like that. You see wheel bite here, but that's only because I'm so bad that I land wrong and I pinch. But yeah, really less of a risk of wheel bite. I love my other board setup, the Dark Star, the 8.25. It's a great setup, but dude, I get wheel bite sometimes trying to cut a really hard turn. And then I don't know if you notice on some of these freestyle decks and some of these other decks, there's actually, they'll take a tool, they'll take a sandpaper cylinder tool, and they'll a little bit of the wood layers away so that there's more room for the wheel to turn. Well, fuck it. I don't think anyone's gonna join this live stream, so why don't we do an album recommendation, you guys? And this is, I'm not playing it up, I'm not being extra. This is some profound shit. This like helped me through the darkest times of my life. Speaking of fake goths and posers and all that, trust me, I'm not a gatekeeper, you guys. I'm not a gatekeeper. But if there's someone who just comes to the scene, there's someone who just comes to the scene because they think that like they fetishize goth girls and they think like, oh, this is cool and alternative. It's like, the subculture is 98% music, 2% style. Do you understand it? 98% music, 2% style. So like, anyone's welcome. I'm not like, you're a poser, blah, 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 get out of here. But like, there are guys that have come to the club and they've bought stuff from like Black Star and Hot Topic and Blackcraft and all the fucking brands. And then they come kitted out like they went to Hot Topic for the first time, and like they're like, oh, I like this song, and you're like, this isn't even a song, dude, this is a fucking commercial or whatever. It's like he's fading in between two songs. It's like, this is not a song. But anyway, I just want to point out there's a huge difference between being a gatekeeping bully, hurting people's feelings, being mean to them and keeping them away from the scene instead of welcoming them in. There's a huge difference between being that rude asshole who's like, you don't know Bauhaus, you're not goth, or like, name 3 songs. There's a difference between that guy and just me being like, oh, that guy's like a normie dressed up because he fetishizes goth girls. Which is stupid, because you're going to talk to them and they're going to be like, hey, what's your favorite industrial band? And you're going to be like, I don't know. What's industrial? Rammstein? I like Nine Inch Nail. Like, that's how people are. And honestly, I think Rivet had a breakout in the 2010s. It's not all obscure, you know what I mean? So, this is a 2-disc set by one of my favorite industrial bands in the world. They're from Honolulu, Hawaii. This is Raised in Black. You can see how damaged this cover is, how many times I've listened to this CD. Like, holy shit, Eags, you're ancient. You have a real CD? Not a digital download? Yes. This is Damaged by Raised in Black. And Damaged is one of the... It's just like... They have a great discography. They have a couple of cover albums that are amazing. They do some Metallica covers. Just a great fucking band. Heavy synthesizers, heavy guitars, and shrieky vocals. And the clean vocals are so peaceful. It doesn't sound like I'm listening to metalcore. It's a very peaceful, clean vocal. Rommel has a beautiful voice. He's a famous hairdresser in Hawaii, actually. So this is Raised in Black. Start with this album, Damaged, because the 2-disc set, actually, it's a 2-disc set, and what the fuck? For some reason, the other disc is missing, and The Chronic is in here. Now I have to figure out where... Oh, you know what? I have more than one physical copy of this. I think I have one in a... This is the one, the launch one, in the paper case. Okay? But I think that I have one in like a plastic case, like a Cleopatra Records re-release. This came out in 2003. Okay? And then I discovered this album in 2004. Because I had already been listening to Raised in Black, their older material like Shrieks, Laments, and Anguish Cries. You know, Master's on that album. Master's one of my favorite songs ever. Beg to your master! It's a fucking good song. But yeah, for some reason Chronic is in here. Leave it to me to do some shit like that, bro. My 2-disc set, Raised in Black, it's got the fucking... One disc is missing. And it's got The Chronic. Oh, man. You know, if you hear me sing Bitches Ain't Shit in some old hip-hop songs, I'm not misogynistic. I'm going with the old school vibe. We used to sing it when we were younger. It's a little toxic. I know it's toxic. I know there are some bands that are problematic. Like, you know, Cyclone 9 had the issues with... They're problematic, you know? Upsetting. But also... very good art. Okay, if you ever heard of Not My God, which is Tim Skuld and Nero Bellum from Cyclone 9, it's one of the best modular synthesizer projects of the last 20 years, and it's scary. It's actually scary. So like, buckle your seatbelts. Let me just see if anyone else joined. No. Seriously, I'm like talking to myself right now. The 2 people that were here skedaddled. I guess I'll still upload this because even though this is... Every time I say like, oh guys, I'm too hyper, oh guys, I'm distracted, oh guys, this... I am a little discombobulated, but once I get one of these under my belt and I talk to the camera... Because dude, we're not going to leave without doing skating. It's super cool, it's overcast, and it's not going to rain at all today. We're gonna get some shit done. I'm probably going to work on flat ground first, and then maybe go to that rail, because even though I did the backside board, I did that backside board, but maybe I could hit it front side. Maybe I can get a 5-0 or a tail grind, nose grind thing going on without getting hurt, of course. And also, pro tip, a lot of times you want to wax your board and not the thing that you want to grind. Sometimes you want to wax your board, not the obstacle. The grittiness of the obstacle depends on that. Like, if you have to fill in gaps, then you have to wax the obstacle a little bit. Anyway, Raised in Black, Damaged, one of the best albums I've ever heard. And do you know what? Nipple Ring, do you know what? The second disc has all these remixes. The second disc, it's not just like, oh, this band remixed this song, oh, this, you know, get a feature on the album. It's like a second whole album. The remixes, dude, it's literally disc 2 is like a separate entire album. And like, you've got covers by Assemblage 23, which is one of my favorite bands. Shout out to Tom Shear and Assemblage 23 for making the music that helps me get through anything. He wrote a song about his dad, and it makes me cry every time. But dude, am I gonna get like terms of service for this again and get age restricted? My brother passed away, and I've been just trying to throw myself back at skateboarding because life feels really meaningless right now. What do we used to listen to? Industrial music all the time. Bonus, and there's bonus live videos on here too, by the way. So if you score a physical copy of this, you get the master performance live in Los Angeles, and you get the overflow, which I think is actually like a 9 Inch Nails cover. Yeah, you get Soil and Eclipse. Oh yeah, Soil and Eclipse remixed Am I to Blame? And that's one of the best. And the Visions Reprise is a great, dude, there's really good stuff on this album. And not only, speaking of Soil and Eclipse, another like kind of obscure industrial band, they're opera singers, and they do like industrial music. One of my favorite songs by Soil and Eclipse is called Sentence Me. And Raised in Black does a cover of Sentence Me. They do a remix of Sentence Me. Oh my God. You know what? I don't want to get copyright diarrhea, but I think I'm going to be listening to some music while I'm skating and then also interacting with you. I brought another smartphone, an older device that also has Wi-Fi or 5G or whatever, so that I could be talking to you on there. It's whatever. But right now, let's see. Right now, there is one person watching. Hold up, hang on. Give me 1 second. The little icon should change to 2, because I'm watching my own stream too, to chat with people. No, it's saying 1. I guess I'm still by myself. But Raised in Black, Damaged got me through some of the darkest times in my life back in 2004. Okay? I've experienced pain, loss, and DEATH at that time, as I'm experiencing now, which is pointless. It's pointless. They could just be here with us. Sorry, I'm not gonna make this a depressing stream. Everyone knows I'm going through hell, but skateboarding helps. So I did briefly mention Assemblage 23. If you check out this album I'm showing you and you dig it, check out Assemblage 23, but bring the tissues. Not because you're going to want to jerk off, because you're going to cry. The song Tom wrote about his dad, Disappoint, it resonates so deeply with me, because it's like, well, that's Tom's story, you narcissist. Don't co-opt Tom's story. No. Tom wrote that, and he was speaking from his heart, and that is something that resonates with people. They're saying, well, I don't want to say the words of the song, but he says, did I disappoint you? Did I let you down? Did I stand offshore and watch you drown? Can you forgive me? I never knew the pain you carried deep inside of you. Can you forgive me? I never knew the pain you carried deep inside of you. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry on camera. Not because I'm toxically masculine, my eyes are fucked up. Yes, so please, guys, I'm gonna say it again. Raised in Black. Get the Damaged album. Find one on eBay. Find one on whatever selling website. But find the physical copy. I'm sure you can get a digital download, but find the physical copy because you get the 2 concert performances. And it's just... But then again, like I said, I got the Chronic. Oh yeah, I got the Chronic, all right. Chronic the Hedgehog. I believe you have a letter for me. See? Montgomery Burns? And what's your first name? I don't know. That's one of my favorite Simpsons bits. Where he's at the bank trying to be Mr. Burns. And yes, this is the this is an Artisan Bubbler by Newton Home. This is more of like a mature grown-up pothead thing. But you can tell they took the regular borosilicate tube here. This is what you would turn into like a piece. You would melt it and blow it and turn it in, and they just stuck it on the end as the mouthpiece. Pretty good. And you know what, guys? I was born in 1990, at the very end of 1989, and there were still containers from the medical store. Maybe not quite this brown, but like a little thinner like this, and it had that orange backlight to it. This reminds me of that medical glass from when I was growing up before. Dude, pill bottles weren't all plastic back then. I swear to God. Even Pepsi and shit was in glass bottles. But I don't know if I was alive for that, but I definitely remember the pharmaceutical stuff. So let's rip down this bowl, put on those new shoes, and get to skateboarding. I recommended the album. It is called Damaged by Raised in Black. But Raised is spelled R-A-Z-E-D instead of R-A-I-S-E-D because it's like a razor blade, raised in black. But it's like a double entendre. He's raised in darkness, but also razor blade. Yeah, it's very cool. They're from Honolulu, Hawaii, and Raised in Black. I love Raised in Black, dude. I almost wanted to start cutting people's hair because of Rommel from Raised in Black. Oh, it tastes so good. And you know, we got that Rollins flour in the bubbly wobbly. Excuse me. I cleaned this the other night with some isopropyl, even though it was like, I didn't put it away used, but I still cleaned it out. It's been a while since I've hit this thing. I don't know exactly the chug point. I did get some resin on my lips though, so that means I got a good hit. Whenever you get the resin on your mustache or your lips, that means you got a good fucking hit. Where is everybody? Hello? Who's watching? Chime in live chat. If it's Doug, welcome back, Doug. Hello, Doug. I hope that you are enjoying your time off from streaming. Why don't I just leave this open so I can see it? That might be more helpful. Hello and good morning. I am your friendly neighborhood loser, Eve. It looks like the sun is gonna peek out through the clouds. It said partly cloudy. That's great. The moon is full, but I have no optical zoom, so I'm not even going to turn around the camera. And yes, I got them, the new sneakers that actually, they fit my feet better. I don't know if I may be a freak of nature, guys, with my wide feet. And I'm not saying that like to be cool or anything. You have big feet, you have a big cock. No, I think my foot grew wrong. Something was wrong. Other people have like the arch in their foot is like raised and like they have a skinny outline. My foot is just like a fucking flipper, like a duck's webbed foot. It's just like a big flat nonsense. So like these are size 12 and my toe comes all the way up to here. The other ones are size 11 and there's the toe sticking off and it bends. They're like long. I don't get it. How long? Oh yeah, no, whoever it was left is definitely not Doug, but shout out Doug. And Doug acted surprised that I was married because I'm such a goofy, pothead, stupid character on my channel here. Yeah, I'm married. Low key, when you're off camera, you're not this guy, you know what I'm saying? Well, actually, never mind. I changed my name legally to Eags, so there's that. All right, so we are gonna get started here. I do want to finish this bowl. I want to get Frosted Flakes, man. I want to get fucked up in a good way. It's not like alcohol. I just want to get uber high so that I'm like, how do I put this? You're a degenerate pot smoker. Oh, I like your channel, but you always talk about flour. You know what? You know what? If I get in that headspace, you're gonna see me land some tricks. And I wanna, it's been 18 years since I've really taken skateboarding seriously, and I wanna get some tricks done for the viewers. And here comes our sun. Here comes the sun. Da-do-do-do. See that shit? So maybe I won't listen to a ton of copyrighted music. I don't know how that works for live streams, man. All I know is I love this bubbler. And the thing about bubblers and bongs, God, here he goes again, ranting about cannabis, and no one will watch his channel. Shout out Simplistic, badass Chinese dude from California. He smokes fat dabs. Cheers, buddy. Did I say buddy? Cheers, buddy. Oh, mein Bruderlein. Was ist los, Buddy? Mein Bruderlein. Ich bin nie allein. I am never alone. Or, seid bereit. Ich bin bereit. Immer bereit. I'm ready. Oh, guys, here comes the sun. Let's go. Maximum bongage. That's what I like about this bubbler. You can take it on the go. It's big, but it's not that big. Pretty soon I'm gonna bring that stuff back to the car and we're gonna change the shoes and get skating. Sorry it's been taking me a half hour just to get where I need to be. I woke up, felt too tired, went back to sleep, woke up again, did some cleaning, took care of the cat, fed the cat, brushed him, changed his litter or whatever. And then, oh, it's still burning. We don't want that because I want to finish the last hit. And then, so, yeah, then I was like, all right, where's my shoes? Where's the camera? Where's the power cell? It's got the battery booster right now, so we're good. We're good for hours, guys. My phone will die, which is transmitting the 5G. My phone will die before the camera will die, and that's for sure. And I could also just plug the camera into the power bank also. All right, good, yeah, cause see, you see this? That's just the right length there. We can keep the camera and the phone charged. Hell yeah. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm real baked. But you know what? Not enough. When this old lady with her dog goes by, I'm gonna take another rip, and then I'm gonna put it up. Go put things away. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna have a skate live stream. Let me get my T-tool. Let me get my T-tool, because I don't think anything needs to be like super tightened, but then again, I'm pretty overweight right now, and I did take some crappy flip-flops and kick the board out, and you know what? Seems pretty solid. Also, I have to blow my nose, man. I feel like I got a mad boog, and just that's just not some on-camera stuff at all. Raised in Black, Damage. Find a copy on eBay or something. It's one of the best, cause this is one of those albums with that old school vibe, and the songs kind of flow, and you can listen to it all the way through. It's fantastic. Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to try these shoes. What a clean looking shoe, guys. That's the Jamie Foy 480 New Balance sneaker. Just wait for these people to stroll through. I don't want to skunk bomb the air again and then just have all eyes on me. But low key, this is the joint. This is the spot, okay? Because it's not like cops will hassle you, and for some reason there's like no skaters in the neighborhood anymore, so this is the spot. And the backdrop's kind of cool. When I will use like some linear angles and some stuff, because I don't have a camcorder yet. I'm just using the GoPro, so I'll get some linear shots, and I'll get some, because you know, the graffiti and stuff, it's a cool backdrop. Also, I cleaned up the studio a bit, and I'm gonna put the green screen back up, and I'm gonna film a small bit for a short, and I'm gonna film it in 19:6, which is the vertical aspect ratio, so it's gonna be a short. And this joke is a banger. I'm not even gonna say it right now, but it's funny. It's gonna be so fucking stupid, it's funny. But I will say this. It involves food and medical panic. No, it's not a pickle in your ass. It was a cucumber first. Okay, all right. Those people went way down that way. Let's go for the roaster and then put her away. I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. Shout out Space Case, one of the best grinders in the game. Enough is enough. I'm gonna be right back, chat. I gotta go blow my nose anyway. All right, let's try these new sneakers. Sorry, man. I'm a little spaced out. A little sad. try these new shoes? Hang on 1 second, chat. I want to get some of these disinfectant wipes. You're not supposed to use the bleach wipe on your fucking hands, but dude, I got so much resin and shit on my finger. Never try to put out your bowl with your thumb like I do. That's a pro move. If you do it wrong, you're just melting skin. It was to that point where it's getting ashy and I twisted it and pop, pop, pop. Don't ever try that. Alright, I think it's new shoes time. And my belly's so big, I think I gotta sit on the ground to put them on. I'm gonna do it over here. Yeah, this just feels right, guys. Down with the Hank Hill tube socks. This feels right. My feet still bulge out the shoe, but it's better than before. Maybe that's a little too tight, but we gotta break them in, so. If my foot starts throbbing, I'll loosen it up. Do we even need to double knot these nice short laces? I don't even think so. I think that's good, that's Gucci. Oh my God, I let myself go. I can't even tie my shoes. That's why we gotta skate, chat. We gotta skate away. Uh-oh. God, I think we're in business. I have a lot more room. Maybe I did over tighten them a little. There's a little bit like, but there's more arch support. I hope that doesn't dig and feel uncomfortable, but let's just kick around. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to get used to the grippiness, but I absolutely have more control. Absolutely have more control. Should have done that first. Oopsie. Now my jeans are like up my leg now. Okay. Don't sweat the technique. Gotta put the knee brace on. Oh man. Oh, that's not a good sign, chat. Hit a crack and fall down. I have more room for my foot, and it's weird. I don't feel like I'm balancing like this. I feel like if I catch something, I hope that I can roll out. We're good. We're good. I don't know what I want to practice first, but good morning, everyone. Let me check the chat. Thanks for stopping by. I have a lot more control on the landing. I have to deal with more of a, whoa, what? I have to deal with the big footprint. I have to figure out how to get my flick. Dude, I'm gonna have to piss a load, dude. I got Gatorade water too. It's just water with just salty water. There's no fruit flavor or sugar. Salty water. So I wanted to do like a fakey heel or something, but I didn't snap, so I have to do that. Let's just do a snap. Why am I rolling back? I'm standing this way. Why am I rolling back? Why am I rolling back? I'm not doing anything. It's obviously Obviously this concrete slab is on a grade so that it doesn't pool up water. But I'm standing still and I'm rolling backwards. These tricks count as fakey. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay, it's okay. I'm a Cro-Magnon. So like I just tip rail. Maybe I tied these too tight. I just tip rail, dude. Andy Anderson does like that little foot thing. I don't know. I don't get that, but I just tip it over. Yeah, my feet kind of hurt, but the shoes are nice. They're just stiff and I gotta break them in. Okay, so what do I want to try? I have to get warmed up. Maybe I'm just going to be pushing around a little bit. The land rail, I just fell. I think I gotta loosen these guys up. I got them way too tight. Trial and error of a new shoe. I had them cinched way up and it was actually hurting. Okay, I think that's gonna jive a lot better. Let's go with that. It still feels really tight actually. Hang on, I gotta make some adjustments in the wild. And also it's kind of a hard insole. That's good, but it's got to be broken in, and I really overdid it with the tightness for some reason. I do have a lot more control though. It fits me better. Better is the operative word because I have those freak feet I was telling you about. How do I loosen this more? It's still too tight in the front. I went a little wild, you guys, with the tightness. It's gonna take me a second, my bad. Gotta like uncinch this tension by hand. That's got to be good enough for now. I want to skate. yeah. Okay, back foot, I think I loosened up enough. The right foot, I just crunched it. I don't know what, yeah, that's a lot more comfortable. What did I do with the right foot? Made it so tight foot. All right, let's try that. Back foot feels fine. Right foot feels still a little too tight and it's kind of painful, but kind of want to get skating. I gotta get skateboarding's most recognizable trick, the kickflip, right? You know what I mean? Everyone knows kickflip. It's actually harder than the heel flip to me. Like if you don't hit the front of the nose the right way, it rockets easily. The heel flip, you're always following through with your whole foot almost. Okay, I'm feeling it now. I'm having fun. Let's get it. I wonder if it'd be easier fakie with the momentum. Gotta get used to the flick point on the new shoe is here. I can get a kickflip. I'm not that washed, my goodness. It rocketed on me, that was bogus. Breaking in the new shoe. Like, shredded like pork moose shoe. Yo, what's up, Umizu? Oh, you want me to get the heel flip? Yeah. I gotta loosen this front foot soon. I don't know. It feels kind of okay. This back foot feels real cash, real nice. Heel flips are my favorite. I'm trying to get more hang time on them. Like, so like right now I'm just getting back to the basics. I hit it, I flick the bump zone, it turns over. I try to tuck my feet up. I'm so fat, I can't really do it well. And then hopefully I get the grip tape. When I was younger, I used to like snap it, and I did one like that in an early video of mine and I fell. I used to snap it, slide it, and then like when it was up here, kick it, and then it did like a, yeah. I'm stupid. Good morning, Omizu. Good to see you. You play Gears of War? I fucks with it. Let's get this heel flip for you, big dog. I'm gonna do the textbook toes off heel flip, but like some people start from here and you get that style flick. I'm gonna go back behind the bolts a little bit more though. I gotta rely on that snap. Okay, I didn't rely on the snap. I kind of got too excited and flicked right away. I came too fast in bed, but on the skateboard. Oh, what was that? Like an inward heel flip? Oops. Oddly enough, that was a trick I used to like to do. So like the inward heel flip is like the opposite of like the varial heel flip. It's a front side shove it in a heel flip. I mean, it's a backside shove it in a heel flip. Excuse me. All right, I'm getting warmed up now, guys. I'm having a blast. What? Dude, So I chopped my flick and kicked straight down. My board bounced off the ground like a freestyle move and I landed it. I did that little wiggle jiggle. How is it rail with these shoes? Maybe the back foot's too loose by comparison. Kind of just do a backside shove it with a little snippy snap. Almost. Heels off. That was heels off. Heels off. Heels off on the heel flip. Oh. Alright, I need a miniature break, even though I just got started. Even though I just got started. I think I farted. Yeah, dude, even if Gears is not your thing, it's crossplay, so if you have a copy or you're like one of those guys who installs a lot of games, I could be your guide, my friend. The new game come out, I saw some footage. It looks nuts, dude. It looks crazy. It looks so fun. A trick I used to do is the front foot impossible. The idea of that scares me. And the scoop for the back foot impossible is like right here. And then you gotta do that. But I don't know if I'll get enough snap to get the impossible. It just turned into an inverted shove it. I couldn't get it around my foot. I'm scared to snap it. You saw me do it with my foot on the ground. That's because I felt safe. It's been too long. I gotta practice the linear flips, like the kick flip and the heel flip first. When I can keep them straight and tuck my knees, then I know I can do a varial kick flip right now though. That's for sure. All right, let's get this Healy, because a clean heel flip is such a great trick. It's just the antithetical to the kick flip. It just feels nice. My mind is in my butthole. All right, if I'm gonna keep practicing flat ground, let's get a better angle. That's got the edge of the ramp in it, but it's better this way. You can see more. Where's my hot spot? Right here by this ramp. Okay. There's your kick flip. I mean, it was really wimpy. It did not go up high. But now I gotta do the heel flip. I know it's been like 18 years, but this old man's not giving up. I can get it. I saw Jamie Thomas do the 51 tricks for his 51st birthday, and it was really intense, actually. I gotta loosen this guy up to match the back foot, and I think we're in fucking business, dude. That's better. It's still tight in the tip. I'm not being vulgar. And I didn't lace the top eyelet. The one that's the, like the locking one. I don't know why. Alright, that feels somewhat better. Gotta break these shoesies in with a Healy flip. I turned. My whole body turned, actually. I used to be able to jump onto those weird ass balancing acts. Yeah, front foot impossible was something weird, and it was something that I could do like Vallely style with the foot plant. The timing is really hard, but it's something like this. Wow. Alright, these shoes feel great now that I loosen them. I learned the heel before the kickflip. I gotta get one. But I'm goofing up my foot placement every time because I do it more of like a full foot expression across the nose bump, and a lot of people do it with a hell of their toes hanging off. They do it like this. But if you start behind the bolts with not a kickflip pointy foot, but like kind of half, but with your toe almost to the edge but not hanging off, you can get this little, it looks stylistic. Yeah, when you get it. I'm just so overweight and out of shape. In my mind, I got the trick. I mean, I did the kickflip and it was kind of sussy, but it felt good because it's been a long time. Let's do a varial kickflip. Not quite, kiddo. I need to get a little hydration going. I was going too fast for my liking. Kind of scared myself. Those fakie 180 backside ollies are pretty easy. It's going forward, it's harder. I could almost do them stationary, but here, like the backside 180, it's a little hard to stay over. Kind of got to stay square. If you want mid for a higher jump, go here probably. That's 90 degrees, not 180. Oh my goodness. I'm already getting winded. No. And pressure flips, they're cursed. Like this. Doing this with your foot. Pressure flips are cursed, man. You either get them or you don't. And I don't. I've done one when I was real dialed in when I was younger. But I can't say I didn't have toe drag. Toe drag like a hoe bag. I kicked too far frontward and it turned the board with me, but that's kind of how heel flips go, but yikes. a old-fashioned little ollie. Front, that was nose heavy. I'm nose heavy. Sniff my farts. Let me see what homeboy's saying. Yeah, dude. I'm turning my board because my go-to trick was the backside 180 heel for a skate. Watch. I don't know if I could even get close to it, but it's in my muscle memory to do that. I guess not. But it used to be my go-to in skate. These shoes are softening up. These shoes are softening up though. I'm getting used to like where the toe point is to flick. I was too toe heavy on those backside pivots. I like putting your foot in the pocket, doing like pivots, monster walks, weird little maneuvers, stepping down curbs with like a fucking little monster walk instead of just a big ollie. Oh, the sun's coming out. It's a little warm. I'm gonna take a 5-second break ski, guys. Thank you so much for watching my adult skateboard progress. I just need to practice and break in these shoes, which is great. I formatted the memory card so we have buku time. But here's the caveat. I may not be filming parts for my skate progression series today if I don't land shit and then fucking go offline and film it in 240p. Not 240p. 240 frames a second. All right, is it time to play music? I don't know. Music really helps, but I don't wanna, well, there's really not a lot of people here. Okay, so like a frontside flip, I see guys flick when it's straight. I see guys flick when, I used to do the sloppiest frontside flips. And I'm not just saying that to like exaggerate or because it's not confirmable and I could just say it because I'm online. No, dude, like I used to do some really sloppy like tic-tac-toe on the ground landings. But like, I think I used to flick when the board was like sideways, dude. I mean, I guess it's a general idea of it, but I'm scared to stay square. I don't know where to put my foot. So, that's the hard flip motion. That's why I said I was gonna get sacked. And there's bugs out here, what the fuck? I can't get my legs up. I'm so let's go over to the rail and cover my drink so bugs don't get in it. That's not gonna stay. That's okay, there's not a lot left. Let's go this way. Let's just feel it out. I'm breaking in these shoes and I got some crummy flip tricks. Look at this rusty cunt. but I don't really want to wax it and slide to death. I want to ride the rail. God, I'm so old and out of shape. I'm getting it back. Have to stay confident. I have to stay confident. And being mystified by the front side flip doesn't have me very confident right now, because that was like in my muscle memory before I became a disenfranchised working Joe. I mean, that was a neat recovery. The back shoe's a little too loose now. Front one's getting broken in. I'm digging the feel of these shoes. I'm not gonna stop to tighten the back foot. Let's get a trick. Okay, maybe a little wax on the board. Oh, that's more than a little, but hang on. A little slippery now. Little inconsistent. Yikes. That's all I needed to firm it up, just a little. Ow, 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 my knee. It's still kind of loose, but it feels better. Now my board's wet. Went to the grass. Here, let's dry it off like this. I used to do big spins. Oh, can I do like a fakey big spin? Hang on. Hang on. Can I do a fakey big spin? I think I can do a fakey big spin. Now it might be a bigger spin 540, I can't tell. Let's see what the live chat's saying about my crumb bum ass not landing tricks. Other YouTube skate channels, I like watching Johnny Geiger. I love Johnny Geiger. I like Chris Robinson from the 9 Club. I like a lot of skate stuff. I follow Day One Song. I follow Chris Haslam. I follow a lot of skaters that I admire their style. I enjoy Mike Vallely. I got to skate with Mike V when I was in middle school. It was like a weird experience. So before he replaced Henry Rollins as the singer for Black Flag or whatever, he had a punk band called Mike V and the Rats, and he was doing a signing at Tower Records before all the physical media stores closed. So he had a signing at Tower Records, And we were skating with him before the demo in the parking lot, and he was like popping flamingos and fucking handstands and shit, and we were tripped out. And then like a year later, we saw Daewon Song do like the blunt kickflip fakie, and oh dude, because like in the early 2000s, like the blunt kickflip fakie was like his shit, and then like he started doing trays out of that. I got to meet Daewon Song, and I got to chill with Steve Berra. He's kind of strange. He lives in Iowa. Oh shit, that's rad, dude. I need to get a street plant board. I need to get a 9-incher. Your mom's got a 9-incher. Fun fact, I used to flip onto the rail. Fearless mode. Would I get a neck injury if I tried it now? Probably. Let's go front board slide, or backside board slide I should say. Let's go back board until we land a nice one. I don't want to get hurt, I want to just get warmed up. I'm getting my pattern ground into the wax, just like when I do bowling. And hey, I think my balls are in storage. No, I'm not being vulgar. I think my bowling balls are in storage, and we're gonna do a first person and tripod mounted live stream of bowling. That would be fun. Can I just do a 180 shove it with the body varial? It's called a sex change. Maybe I can do that, and then I can work out the big spin. Yeah, the shove it body varial, gotta get those down before I do the big spin. Let me just check in with my chatty chat. I should have my other phone by me, so I look at that one and I could skate around and talk to you guys. Bowling stream would be fun. Oh, Dan Corrigan is the shit. I was watching him do, he was doing oh shit. He was doing like backboard over the rail, and then he was going into crook and falling out, and then doing cute little tricks on the quarter pipe. Oh, so sick, bro. I love Dan Corrigan. You have great taste in skaters, my friend. So, sure, this is a square flat bar, it's skinny, I'm afraid to lock a 50-50 on it. And I was looking for this flatter bar. I went to like 4 skate parks. I couldn't find a flat tube, like a 4-incher. Hey ladies, it's a 4-incher. I'm gonna take a little break ski and roll around and talk to you guys. And believe it or not, of all the tricks to try, the hippie jump scares the crap out of me the most. I did one. I don't know where to put the camera at. Let's try and get a different angle. First person is cool. I have that too with me. Oh, that's one leg. Let's do another one. Let's get a juicier angle. Okay. You know? So this whole area can see me, I suppose. Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah. Getting pitted on a chain jump is the worst, my guy. The worst. Because you don't only hit the obstacle with your feet and get tumbled over, you swing and you get more speed before you crash. Get an 8.25 for my next deck, actually. I didn't get off the ground with the Casper. I don't count it. My shoe is touching the ground. Getting risky with it, man. I just gotta keep it chill. I bruised my heel. These shoes are nice though. So I think I like the longer socks because I hit my ankle with the skateboard. I gotta stick on one trick. I mean, it's either the varial kickflip or a straight heel flip while rolling without turning the board. The sad part is, like in my mind, I feel young, like I got this, but my body's not, like, I'm not tucking my knees to my chest. And these are kind of high ankle shoes. I still hit the back of my foot. Give me just a second, chat. I don't know. I was trying to mimic how I would do a back tail in the day, but to be honest, I would do it on ledges, so that was really risk for me to just even try the move. Back tails are buttery. They feel like they're sent from heaven, man. Varial double, no good. I got hella battery, so I'm gonna chill for a segundo. So I'm kicking down instead of out. It's a rookie mistake for an old timer to do. I think I just need to take 5. Five gas station boner pills. It really hurt my ankle when I smacked it. Can't even rail flip? Oh my Gucci goodness. Okay. I'm not even thinking about trying a nollie. I saw a video, but it was like, it was so scary, dog. Oh, I got my feet tucked up, but my knee hurts like a goat. Come on, man. I'm disappointing the chat. I'm disappointing myself. Okay, maybe the shoes can go tighter without hurting. I'm starting to break them in. It's pretty good, but whew. I'm not gonna go with the when I was young excuse. But dude, I used to snap these. But also, I would switch between a 7.75 and an 8 1/4. This is the 8.0. It was still too low to the ground for me though, even if I one-footed it. I'm totally digging the shoes. It's helping me tremendously. Yeah, regular board slides. Ooh, front blunt. Yeah, man. Same here. Like, I'm like, I mean, again, I'm not gonna go on the I used to do rad shit because I don't like people like that, but I did get rad. And the idea of going into a blunt slide is so scary. But like, when I do my ollies, like, if the ground's not perfectly flat or like readable, I do a little wiggle before I snap, and sometimes it like sets me up for a bail. I used to do these high sweeping 180s like over manhole covers. Let's try and do a high sweeping 180. Oh, I did my jiggle before I ollied. Woo. Oh my goodness. Okay, snap, pop, flippity flop. Snap, pop, flippity flop. I'm not here to embarrass myself. I'm here to progress and get better. And a regular spin maneuver, that's like game of skate day one kind of stuff. So I got to do a front side 180, a back side 180. My glasses are fogging up. I dragged my heel and I didn't go all the way around. I got a good snap though. It's okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm overthinking things. I need a break. I keep saying that and then I don't stop. Uh-oh, my glasses are smeared. If I get that back sub to come all the way around, even though it's a simple trick, stomping it down from ankle height would look nice. Especially because I used to do it onto the rail. I think that's a death sentence right now. Oh, to be young again. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Little more scoop. You know, some people say put your foot in the pocket. Some people say leave it on the tail. I go somewhere in the middle. There's a happy spot right here. And there's a happy spot right here. Oh, sorry, chat. Because I know if I try front shoves right now, it won't stay over them. So I'm not even gonna. But I might as well start getting the basics back. If I landed some varial flips on camera, but if I get my kick flips and my shove-its back, my varials will be a little creamier. Wasn't the best I was hoping for, but I think I'll take that. I feel like a gingerbread man, and I'm about to crumble. I got frosting on my face. Don't ask, don't tell. That's the end of that session. That's the end of that session. Damn, I'm so fat right now. You know what? Do I want to even unscrew these from this and switch? I have the other board in the car. I'm gonna have to skate that. Luckily, I have a backup blank shop deck at home. That's an 8-inch. I don't have any grip tape though. So, yikes. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. If I didn't get hooked and got a tray flip on the broken deck, hang on. This is what skating's all about. Fuck. I'm gonna go get my other board. I might need to tighten it up. Alright, we got the backup on deck. Oh. Darkstar 8 on stock 139s, not hollow forged, regular independents, with these OJ guns. I think these are 60, 50 something. These are bigger wheels. These are a lot more softer and forgiving, kind of like a flaccid penis on prom night. Gotta keep going. I'll replace my other shit with the shop deck. I have a blank deck in the garage, a pretty good shop deck, a maple 7 ply. Can I get the trick I was doing without bailing and braking? Let's do it. This board has mad pop, dude. Spot at the end, kind of like a, never mind, I was gonna say a mushroom tip. Jesus, cheese and crackers on a fucking, sorry guys, give me a momento to catch my breath, because yo soy gordo, muy gordo, pinche italiano gordo. Yeah, dog. I'm getting inside my own head. I snapped the board and now I'm scared. Okay, I know I can barely see and I'm vision impaired, but I'm getting so sweaty that my glasses are fogging. let's just raw dog some varial flips because this deck has nice pop. And then I can tie these shoes tighter later, but you know, we're doing a good job breaking them in. Breaking them in, that'd be a good bit right there. Like you're going to like a saloon style bar, and then you like have this full-grown man in a gimp suit with a ball gag, and you're putting him out at the water trough, and then people are like, what the hell are you doing, partner? And you're like, I'm just tying off my stud so I can get some beer and chug some whiskey. You get it? Because that's his stud. Oh, phooey. Fuck you guys, you don't understand my art. It hit the ground before I landed it. I kicked down again, but I'm starting to get the muscle memory back slowly. Yes. Did you guys hear the one about the little boy and the clown? Oh, you didn't? Well, I don't really want to talk about it either. Okay. Like, I'm trying to, when I landed the decent board slide in my other stream, I was like turned and I had mostly foot tail and a little behind bolts. I'm trying to land bolts in pocket and get a centered one before I have to twist off the end. But let's see what the chat is saying. Which New Balance do I have? They're the Jamie Foy 480s in forest green and black. They're size 12, and they have a gum bottom, which is like the non-scuffing, and it's nice and grippy. But yeah, the Jamie Foy shoes, because you know, I fucking have mad respect for him. Yeah, progression is happening, and I snapped that deck, but I'll switch it out before the next session. I got to get a sheet of grip, so I'm not worried, because even though that board was nowhere close to being overused, broken in, or razor-tailed, it was still beat up enough to where like having the fresh pop to work with might be something that helps. Now, when you get brand new grip tape, it can be over sticky, so I used to get like the old school Jessup or like one of the other brands, I forget. But you know, if you just get regular Mob or whatever, make the sheet of black, it's fine. It wears in. I mean, I got scared and I landed 90 manual. Let me just see where the camera is actually framed up, because I don't want to like do something and then miss it. Okay, it's kind of framed up decent. I think a tad in. All right, so basically this whole spot. Okay. That was the worst varial kickflip ever. Still getting used to these shoes, but I mean, I'm not gonna count it because I didn't even snap. So the key to this mythical 360 flip is that big rake of the back foot, right? But with the varial flip, you can choose to do the toe flick at any point that you're scooping the board backside with the shove it motion. You could flick it late, you could flick it early, you could embellish it with style, you could barely touch it and use all the back foot, and it pulls off the front foot like an under rotated tray. There's all sorts of ways to do it, but that was slop. I think it's my foot placement. I want to get like a big heel off kick flip. I think I need to put it like here. Yeah, Gotta tuck my knees, scoop a little harder, do a little flick. This board is slightly heavier than the other board I was riding, but it's giving me more momentum. It's not like making it hard to manage. Okay. Landed rail didn't snap. These are on reds too. The other deck was bone Swiss. I need a second. I mangled my ankle early on. My ankle. Oh, I'm so fucking fat. But I'm having a lot of fun. Because you know what? It's not like I need the validation of people, even though I enjoy interacting with you guys and I love it and it's social and it's fun and I'm connecting with people through the power of the internet. It's not so much I need the validation. I need people to hold me accountable to land my shit. I can't just say, oh yeah, I did a trick and it was off camera. People need to, you get what I'm saying? It's like the bro at the skate park watching you. No fish stories, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the one that got away, or oh, I landed a fucking tray flip, man. Yeah, okay, kid. If that came all the way around, that might have been crunchy. Having a fucking blast. I should just do the body varial 180, shove it, and then I know I can get the fakey big spin. What size board do you guys ride? What size wheels do you prefer? In the one video, I did a straight like impossible flip and landed out of the Casper, and I got it on camera. I'm so happy about that. But I filmed it with the cell phone, so it looked like I did it switch. It mirrored everything. There's no way I did it switch, guys. Don't worry about it. I didn't doctor the footage. It just looks like I did it switch because the camera, the front-facing camera mirrors everything. I was ready for that. I was so ready for it. Thank goodness I'm getting my confidence back. I just wanted to hop up axle stall and hop off. I'm so scared to lock in. It just seems like if it goes forward, I'm going back and I'm hitting something. I need to find a flatter rail. Shit, even a fucking goddamn round rail. Maybe I can hit the side of it. If I land diagonal, I stay with it. You feel what I'm saying? But I can't even backboard. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. I think I do need to tighten these shoes. And I keep talking a lot and saying a bunch of bullshit and landing nothing. But I think I need to keep them just the way they are to break them in before I lace them up more. I fucking love these shoes. I'm still stretching the fuck out of them with my Bigfoot stompers. You think I'd be good at swimming, right? That ended up almost 360 flip, but that's not what I was trying to do, honest. So I guess all I gotta do is, you know, stay focused enough to keep doing flat ground. And sure, I should stay on one trick till I start lacing it. But I think heel flip, shove it, variable, I'm just trying. Especially now that I'm on the backup skateboard. Makes me want to pee on myself. So, going front side to it. And, oh, so scary. And it's a really short rail. It's not very tall. I could tighten the kingpin a little bit. Just give me some time. Maybe I'll produce a trick. Maybe I'll produce a stool. I can't tuck my feet up the way I used to. So I'm getting a good snap on some of these tricks, and I'm just kicking them away from myself because I can't stay tucked. A varial kickflip with a snap while rolling would be something good to claim for the day to call progress. Gotta get out. I'm overthinking it because I hurt my ankle. I gotta shake the fear. There's 10-year-olds nose grinding 15 stairs. I can do this. I got in front of it a little bit. Snap wasn't what I wanted, but damn, these shoes feel comfy. Nah. So, like I said, you can do it at different intervals. I'm not struggling with the flick. In fact, I need to be more subtle with the flick. I'm struggling with the amount of scoop back. Got to get the right amount of scoop. Just like the shove it that broke the tail of the other board. Unlocking some kind of core memory, but I used to somehow fling the board up and go like onto it, all in one fluid motion. That seems like a fucking hospital trip. And yes, I learned it in a Chris Haslam video. You like Spitfires and Indies, you're riding silver trucks. 8.125, 54 mil. Right, you got little street wheels like me, and there's bigger wheels on this deck. These are like soft formula. I think they're Bones. Yeah, these are Bones wheels. I think these are 60s. My other board is 53. It's a undersize. I have the Muska Ricta chrome cores. Hard to find all the time. One of my favorite wheels to skate. And this is an old Dark Star deck. Remember Dark Star? I got this at a local shop that does paintball, BMX, airsoft, skateboarding, snowboarding, like pretty much all the action sports. And they're still in business. It's a cool place called Action Village. Right? No, Action Village is yeah. I was thinking of the skateboard park inside of the paintball field. I used to play semi-pro. I'm not trying to flex or anything. I used to play semi-pro, but the league was called the MPPL. And I would call it the nipple. I'm getting inside my own head. Still having a blast, chat. Like skeet, skeet, skeet in the soap dish. Yeah, I might get an 8 1/4 for my next deck. But my backup shop deck is an 8.0. I'm really loving the shoes. A little toe heavy. Like I said, I might gain a little control if I cinch them up, but we're breaking them in still, and we're just gonna keep it safe. I don't even think I'm gonna try 360 flips. We're just gonna keep goofing around. It's good to see you guys. It got rained out. Don't forget to rewind the video and remember about the album suggestion that I had. I'm scared to just ollie over the rail moving forward. I ate it really hard trying that, and it was the first thing I did like after not skating for so many years. And I was afraid of my back truck hanging up, so I fishtailed and landed on it. I fucking almost hit my head. I had to catch myself really fast. We're in business. We got a backup skateboard. We didn't come unprepared, boys. Having fun, though. That's the name of the game. It's fun. And I know it sounds like a fish story, like a tall tale. Off camera, before I got the GoPro, I was doing that variation of like the strawberry milkshake, banana milkshake, the foot plant trick where you step down, you wrap, and you come back. But I was like kicking it and it was going around my leg or my shoe like a fucking helicopter, sometimes over flipping. And then I rolled away. I landed a couple of those. And the fact that I'm having trouble unlocking it hurts me because it sounds like I'm lying. Because like I fucking snapped one of them, dude, like fucking gnar. But it's a weird timing. So like, you step off to jump with your kick foot. You kick down with your back foot. But you want it to like start tilting. Once you get it to here, you can't just windmill. You have to try and kick forward and then follow through. It's a weird timing. And if you do the little back foot kick, you get that windmill motion and then you get the back foot landing. But man, it seems foreign to me. Maybe I'll try a couple of them. So it's not a strawberry milkshake, it's not a banana milkshake, it's like got an extra turn in it. If you land it correctly. But that didn't do the spin around. That just did this. It did a scoop out and it resolved. That's all it did. I'm talking about it goes like this. Yeah. I don't know how I was doing it. I was doing some like Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man type shit. I was just doing it by feel because my vision is so chopped. That was weird, but I think I want to land one of these, even if it's sloppy, because the one I did land on camera that was really bad, there was some toe drag or heel drag because I was wearing my running shoes and not my skateboarding shoes. And the stance could be almost anything as long as you get this in the pocket like that. gotta be having like a pointy kickflip toe to step off. And then you jump and flick and you jump, oops, you jump and you go to the hospital. I'm gonna take a break and talk with you guys. I really appreciate it. There's gonna be some hardcore fishing videos coming up soon as well. Can't say you've ever tried that. Yeah. Lower profile trucks, yeah. So, as far as low profile, I always like regular indies. And the reason being is that if I have an 8-inch deck and I get the T139s, that's the right size for it to stand rail and do freestyle tricks. So instead of getting a low profile truck, I get the hollow forged Kingpin, and it shaves off just enough to make it a little more manageable. Because, you know, you do want kind of a chunkiness to your board to flick it around to get momentum. If you go super duper titanium, I remember I had these, what were they? I had these titanium Destructos, and every time I did a heel flip while I was rolling fast, I had to be careful because I would overflip and I would land upside down and stand on the wheel and biff. But yeah. I can rock a skinnier truck, especially on my cruiser setup. But for me, even though I don't do a ton of freestyle tricks, I want to get into, because, you know, I can do rail stands and butter flips and Casper flips and stuff. And so, like, having the right size truck to stand rail is pretty proper. The idea is once you bonk forward, obviously you do that Rodney Mullen type shit, right? You could do it with more scoop, more flick, less flick, as long as you get back to the grip. And then something I used to do when I was a kid, that it's not like an NBD, but I've not seen a lot of people do it. I would do flips. I think I have footage of it. I would do bounces into the ground and flips, land rail. Instead of going to the Casper side, I would tuck my foot underneath the truck and like flick the board up and over. Like, I have no clue how I used to do it. So I'd like put my toe underneath the wheel and go, yes, yeah. I don't see a lot of people do that though. I didn't land it, but do get the idea of it because I'm so fat and out of shape. I'm okay, guys. I'm just really fat. And I'm not trying to body shame or sound ableist or be shitty or talk about weight. Like, I'm out of shape and it's causing my center of gravity and my ability to jump to be way off. But can we land on the rail again and go to the second side? Come on. Alright, let's just fast forward, because just like a video game you're trying to speed run and you keep trying the first part and you get that part, we got to get the second part. You got to bounce into the ground at like rail ollies. Oh, but yeah, it's so fun to do that shit, especially on mani pads and stuff and on banks where you could just do the trick and then come back down under your own gravity. I bet. But yeah, those rail tricks are sick, dude. Thanks for watching. I don't know who's still there. Omizu said taking a break from the stream, but I just went rail to rail side and almost landed the flick out. the smallest extra amount of tightness, just so it's not wobbling. That's control right there, baby. Without the pain. Breaking in the shoes already. All right, that's just enough for more control. Yeah, I feel like a G in these shoes, guys. I feel like a fucking G in these shoes. I was getting too cocky too soon. I was going for a lip slide instead of a board slide. For those of you who don't skate, this is the lip, is the side of the truck, and then you lock in like this. Very ouchy if not done correctly. It feels like I have to crack my toe knuckle. And no, that's not a euphemism for something. I mean, you can add a flip to it. I'm not sure how I was doing it. It was just by feel. Fill me up before you go. I'm not gonna break the tail doing a pogo. That was lame, I'm sorry. I'm scared to 50-50 this rail, but it seems like something I would do easily. I can't keep my weight square enough. That's gonna be coming soon. Just like me promising 360 flips. I can't quite get that butter zone. That was a varial flip. I didn't get the tray flip is just all back foot. It only flips because it's coming off the toe. You can roll your ankle a little bit to get the flick more started, but it's all about hitting this pocket really hard and just doing that. It's easier said than done, because even back when I was good at skating, I would always do the tray flips that would land behind me and I'd have to jump back. Then I wasn't good about squaring them out. I'm just gonna be really honest. I did the sloppy ones where you had to jump back or out. So I really want to like land one the right way as an adult, because I only did it on like really shallow pyramid boxes or flat ground, and I didn't really take it to the streets and do it over an obstacle like I would with a varial flip or something. I don't want to feel washed. I don't want to feel like I'm chopped and I'm too old to get my goals here. And plus, I don't want you to send anyone hate, and I don't want to incriminate anybody, but that Samwise Sorter guy was really mean to me, and he fucked me up a little bit. Dogpiled me on Facebook. All of his goons were calling me fucking F-A-G-G-O-T. He was being really mean to me, and I don't want to go into it, so please don't go to his page and send him hate. That's not what I'm trying to say. But he was making fun of me because I said the Nike shoes were uncomfortable and they didn't feel right. And then he found an old picture from my personal Facebook of me in raggedy ass work boots on some gangster shit sitting out on the porch. And he's like, haha, like, and he was like, and I got steamrolled on my own personal media, and then my social media got deleted after that. So I don't know if there's a connection, but like, it just doesn't feel good to get bullied by another like adult skater. And like, he's not bad. He's got some moves. He doesn't have the most gnar style, but he's got some moves, right? But like, I'm not throwing shade at Sam, but he was really fucking mean to me. And it seems like he learned to skate later in life, and he's saying, oh dude, I'm old and I'm getting it back, right? I really am old and I skated rad as a teen and I want to get it back. It seems like he was starting later, and there's no shame in that. I just don't understand why you would come up with a backstory. Anyway, don't go after Samwise Sorter. Don't fucking talk negative of him. Don't leave him hate comments. But he bullied me offline, and it really fucked with my psychology. And I wanted to start skating a few years ago again, but I stopped because I got dogpiled on social media. I got called a poser and shit. Yeah, dude, he was bullying me, and I wouldn't throw out that accusation lightly, because I have a thick skin, man. I come from the old days of online gaming, even before Xbox Live. I've heard every insult in the book. I've heard every vulgar, racist, terrible, hateful, heinous thing in the world. I've got a thick skin there, bucko, right? You know, but when another guy who's also trying to, like, get skate moves at a later age was calling me a poser and a FAGGOT online, and all of his fans dogpiled me on my real social media with my real legal first and last name, it fucked with me really hard. And so, like, because skaters are supposed to be friends, and that's why it bothered me. So, like, I sit here and say, oh, you say you have a thick skin, but this guy got to you. Well, yeah, I do. I have a thick skin. I've heard it all, but it seems like, you know, skaters are supposed to be in a community together and build each other up, not fucking cut each other down. That's the way I saw it. One step at a time. These shoes feel good though. Alright, maybe my glasses, I gotta put them back on now. Let's steer the boat here, Captain. We're not gonna go into the rocks. I mean, they're really smudgy. I don't know if it's that much better. I'm going at a cautious speed that is kind of causing me to stick up a little bit. I think if I go faster and get a little less fear, it'll be easier for me. Having a lot of fun meeting people online and relearning to skate though. I don't feel like a sad shit. I feel like empowered. It doesn't count. It doesn't count because I came off sideways. I want to turn back and roll away. So I'm under scooping my varial flips. No wonder I can't get the mythical tray flip. Let's see what y'all are saying. I should just have my other phone on me so I can see. Yeah, you're right. Kind of overcompensating for their own shortcoming. So like I said, don't go after the guy. Don't send him hate. That's the wrong response, right? But he really fucked me up, and then my personal social media with like 20 years of pictures that I was just about to back up onto a hard drive, it got deleted for code of conduct or terms of service, right? When his goons dogpiled me. And I don't think he intended that either. So like, I'm not like trying, but he started with the bully comment, and everyone else just gangbanged me and throat choked me with cock. But I don't think he meant his comment was, I don't think he knew his comment was gonna lead to that. To be fair, I don't think he knew that was gonna happen. Big yikes. I'm not gonna blame it on the gear, but I'm getting used to this different deck. Has kind of a slightly different footprint with the bigger wheels. It's good to launch a Snap though. It's easier than the skinnier street wheels that I ride. Dude, I'm having a freaking blast. I love you guys. Shout out Umizu. Shout out Ian Frequency. Shout out Pauline. Shout out BSY Vine. You know, shout out Hamilton. Everybody who supported me from the beginning. Shout out Shinrock. Big ups, Brett. Everybody who's been watching me since the beginning. Maybe I should add breakfast. TMI, I got a gut full of food from yesterday, I think. I don't want to talk about poo-poo, but I feel like bricks right now. And I smoked some Zing Zong weed. I didn't smoke no fucking lay down weed. I need more scoop. Hey, I need more scoop. You like my style? I'm hilarious. Thanks, man. That's what I go for, because I'm trying to take it with stride. I lost a lot of my vision. I stopped doing what I love for a long period of time because I joined the working world, became disenfranchised. You know, I made funny videos before YouTube was a thing. I was part of early memes on You the Man Now Dog. I fell into the pocket where my older sibling is almost 5 years older than me. And I'm like into this pocket between 80s and 90s. And like, so I got some sensical humor, and I hate millennial face humor. And when I'm making an exaggerated face, it fits the context of the joke. Like, it looks like I smelled a fart, or I'm scared for no reason looking off camera. It's not just like, haha, I'm a clown. The only person that I know that can really pull that off and be super effective is Jim Carrey. Like Ace Ventura era Jim Carrey. Shout out Cannibal Corpse. And dude, guys, if I do a karaoke stream, I can do some of those really deep slam gutturals that don't necessarily project with no microphone, and it would be so funny to be like, every breath you take, and do some slam gutturals. That would be so funny, dude. Actually, I'd probably sing like Peter Murphy, Alice in Chains, stuff like that. One sec. guys from the city are here to like clean up the area, so I'm just moving my shit over here. I want to get sponsored by Yum Brands in Taco Bell. Be a spokesperson. That was... So... I slid more of the rail, which I wanted to do, but that dismount was trash. It was like manual, lippy. That's embarrassing. It's okay. It's okay. I've skated probably 5 days over 4 weeks trying to get my skills back. And I progressed to the point where I could do the board slide on the rail, and I got one on camera, and that felt good enough. But there's a 6 stair at the park, and once I get my confidence back, shove it 180 shove tail grab, a 1-footer like a ollie north, or like a frontside 180, fucking boneless down it, you know, something like that. Is it, oh, is it raining or is that my sweat? Oh, I think it's raining, dude. Said it was not gonna rain today. I might have to bring the camera in. We might be done. Let's get one more. I mean, it's kind of raining. I might have to dip. Okay, if it starts raining more than this, I've gotta go, because I don't want the camera to get wet. Sloppy sauce. Even though it's sunny, there's black clouds over there, so I might have to run back to the car with the camera if it starts to sploosh. I like how I got it first try after like 18 years, and now I'm getting stoked on the rail flip at the end, and I can't get to phase 2. But I think the old, like, standard trick, one of my worst tricks, honestly, is the kickflip, because I'm better at heel flips over obstacles while I'm moving. But these shoes make the standard kickflip a lot more manageable. Until you scoop it around and it does like a diarrhea tornado like I just did. Alright, let's see what's Chad up to. Chattanooga. Thanks, dude. I try to be accessible, Omizu. Like, I'm like a formally educated, kind of not a snobby guy, but I'm book smart and I'm streetwise because I grew up in a shitty area. And so I meet people in between. I don't speak like hyperbolically, and I don't speak like a fucking idiot. Like I'm a regular dude. And so I'm just a little more, even though right-wingers co-opted the term woke and made it something bad, I'm a woke to like the shit in the world. I'm a regular dude who can offer kind of like a balanced middle perspective. And that's what I'm trying to achieve. So thanks for noticing that, because like it's one part demented humor and one part like educational. I want people to be drawn into the silliness, and I want them to take something away from it. It's weird skating the backup skateboard though. I'm starting to get through that brick wall of feeling like old and tired. Let me get some more hydration going. I want to come off of it straight. Oh, it's raining. It's okay. I'm getting scared by the rain. It seems like it's just going to start downpouring. Let me get my stuff ready to run, okay? Ow. Fuck. Ow. Okay. I feel the sprinkle. Uh-oh. I don't want to fill my license plate, but we gotta chill by the car, dude. I think it's gonna start sprinkling down. Backpack check, camera lens down. We gotta hibernate for a second here. It wasn't supposed to rain today. And I hope I have my microfiber. Oh, to wipe this off. So just look at my fat gut and my gross face for a minute, so I can shield the camera from the liquid, because it's starting to pick up now. And I don't want to show my own license plate on live. Jesus Christ, I did it again. Is the camera okay? Is the camera okay? I rolled through mud and sticks. I was looking at the viewfinder. I hurt the same knee. I was looking at the viewfinder to make sure I didn't show my license plate, and I totally just wasn't paying attention. I bit the dust. Well, this knee's gonna feel like sore for another week again. I just don't want to show my personal shit, and it started leaking. That's okay, it's not stream over yet, but my elbow is probably bloody. So I broke one skateboard and I fell. That's not the most gnarly. Oh, I'm only bleeding a little bit, but I am getting blood. So even though you shouldn't put hard surface disinfectant on your body, I need to clean this wound because there's dirt in it. So the best option here is to just disinfect it. I mean, that was like a baby version of the big slam I took. And that it didn't feel good. I was so preoccupied with looking in the viewfinder, and my glasses are fogged. I'm better off with my shite vision and no glasses than the fucking fogginess. I was just starting to have a lot of fun. It started to rain. It's okay, you guys. I'm fine. I knew coming back into it that I was gonna eat shit. And I got more relaxed because of those bigger, softer wheels. I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna cruise right through this dirt patch. I did not cruise right through the dirt patch. I fell really hard on my fucking knee and my elbow. And I think the camera actually hit the deck. The lens, I don't think the lens is affected. The lens is not affected. The side of the camera hit the ground. And I just wanted to save the camera and my face. So, I got my blood all over this shit. I thought I had a band-aid somewhere. My elbow does not feel good, guys. It's gonna hurt for like a little while here. I mean, but this ain't my first rodeo, you feel me? I'm not pleased. I don't feel good. It hurt, but yeah, I've had worse slams in my life. I slammed off of a 14 stair before. I was in like middle school or something, and me and the other kids were just hucking it, and we were just, you know, being little shits and like kicking the board away. No one really had a hope of landing it. We were just being dumb little shits and rolling it off because we were made of rubber back then. And I stuck one, and I was rolling away, and I hit a dip or a pebble or something. I was really excited that I landed, but you know how much speed I had after clearing a 14 stair gap? I was going really fast and I fell so hard. So you think I would fucking fall jumping down the stair set. I fell rolling away because I was like, woohoo! But let's see what the live chat had to say about that fucking slammaroonie. That must have looked lethal. Camera is fine. Yes, I'm fine. It's not a wrap because I fell. It's a wrap because it's raining. So, I mean, I think I'm going to get some gas, rehydrate, maybe grab a snack. We have hella battery power. I could just go offline and come back online. We'll do a part 1 and part 2. But yeah, dude, that was not... I was like too distracted. That, you know, that's all on me. I was looking at this. I got too comfortable about the weight and the big wheels on that skateboard, and I was like, dude, I'm just gonna cruise through this dirt patch. And I Mr. Wilson, dude. The board went one way, I went the other way. Yeah. And there were like, the guys were here or whatever. I don't know, man. I was really just didn't want the lens to get wet. The only time my lens gets wet is when I'm talking dirty to it. That was really stupid. Now, so I just want the blood to stop. Hang on. Nothing's broken. Oh, my knee is gonna be probably a little swollen, but you know what? Wearing the knee brace kind of acted as a knee pad, and I was just thinking about getting knee pads and elbow pads, and it's a matter of money. So like, obviously when like Andy Anderson says, dude, wear a helmet, like your brain is you, and if you hit your head, you're done, you're toast. And I really respect that. That's the safest, wisest, best, obvious option. But for a lot of people, and I know this sounds really reckless and fucking foolhardy, but like the element of danger and falling down and having to be on your toes, that's kind of part of it. So like, it's not the right thing to do, you should wear a helmet all the time, but that element of danger. Now, the upside is, you know, you hear Andy talking and he's like, hey man, you know, because I'm wearing a helmet, because I'm wearing more gear, I can huck it harder and I can fucking try different shit, you know? So that's great. And so I'm never gonna tell people not to wear a helmet because you look cool or something. It's just my personal choice at the moment. If I try to do some stuff that's fucking gnar, like, if I tried, like, because I can't really even ride the ramps. My center of gravity is really off right now. And, like, going down the roll-in was scary for me. Just going down the roll-in and going over the box was scary for me. So, we're going to take it one day at a time here. But, yeah, dude. Definitely didn't mean to take a slam just now. The power bank, the camera, everything's fucking solid. So, and I feel good. I feel good to go. Because my reaction time is getting quicker because I started skating again. I started to catch myself at the last second. And the first time I got taken by surprise by that big gap that's a wheel chewer. It seems like it stopped raining. And it's not supposed to rain. But I think I'm gonna just talk with you guys for a little bit longer, simmer down, because I have to go get some grip tape from the actual skateboard store and set up my backup deck, my blank deck. I'm glad I did not put that into storage when I moved, because I ended up snapping my board on a fucking backside shove it today. Not even a 360 shove it. So that just shows you, like, I'm not trying to be shitty. I'm overweight and I snapped my skateboard. So one day at a time. I did clean up the studio for some gaming streams. If I feel juicy enough to play Gears. Right now I'm just salty because I'm broke as a joke and I don't have a Series X and I can't pre-order the new Gears game, and I'm gonna miss the open beta on August 8th or whatever. And I feel salty about that because it looks fucking sick. It looks kind of like just Gears, but like grittier. It has like Unreal Tournament vibes to it. So like I thought, oh, they're gonna put like the slide and it's gonna be like COD, like prone position and slide, but really like going through holes in the wall and then blasting people with the Gnasher looked fucking sick. It looked like I'll be a pest doing shit like that. And I'm just kind of salty because I don't have the money, and I already have a GoFundMe for my fucked up teeth and the dental implants that I need. And so I don't want to like have a GoFundMe for something as trivial as like buying me an Xbox. I don't think that that's other people's responsibility. I do e-beg for medical help because I'm in a bad way. I have bad eyes, I have bad teeth, I'm like a 20-year-old Cocker Spaniel. So, yeah, it is kind of like that. But I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, put it on your Amazon wish list, I got you. Like, I'll find a way to afford the new console. You know, ideally like a really strong PC tower. But for some reason, I enjoy playing on the console, even though just the computing power and the run speed is just kind of not as powerful as the PC, and there is a little bit of a advantage at running at like 240 hertz or whatever. So like I don't care about like, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just ow, 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 ow. My elbow. It's just, I like the console and the PC for both their own things, because the console is kind of like the idea like, hey, I went to the store, I bought this gaming thing, and I took it out of the box, I put in the game. The other guy went to the store, he got the gaming thing, took it out of the box, and we fought each other, right? I know, I mean, obviously I changed my button mapping and I like changed my sensitivity and everything, like going pro style, but yeah, it's kind of like that idea. It's not trying to hardware mog people, which does happen. I don't want to sound like a salty complainer. I play crossplay. I play console to PC. I don't care. But I do know that there's some PC bullet magnetism. Like, people get shoulder shots and it counts as a headshot. I saw that a lot in Reloaded. And so there's that. But yeah, I like the console, but eventually I need to have a better setup. Right now my living situation is not ideal, and you know, things are shifting around in life, and that's more personal on the personal side. But yeah, I think I'm gonna film a bit today in front of the green screen, chroma key it out, and it's gonna be like a guy talking to the doctor, and that's all I'm gonna reveal. And it's stupid, it's lowbrow, but it's not like low-hanging fruit, because it's at the end it's clever. So I like to strike that balance. I like to be like a little grotesque and a little vulgar on the nose, just to like subvert the subversion of the expectation and just deliver it up front, but then also kind of be like low-key educational or say something smart or clever. So like the vulgarity's there, but then like the secondary joke is there for the smarty pantses. You know what I'm saying? That's I always like that style. So my joke is gonna be like a fucking corny toilet humor, but it's gonna have like a clever twist. And I'm not calling one to mind right now, but yeah, I've always liked jokes like that. Because just like my title card that I made for my sub-series, Tales from Uranus, I just wrote Tales from Your Anus, A-U-N-S, like your butthole. Because, like, obviously the expectation is the play on words, the planet Uranus, like Tales from Your Anus, Hansel and Gretel, Transmissions from Uranus. It's a play on words. It sounds like Uranus. But I just went there and called it Tales from Your Anus and made a space-themed title card. So people will be like, wait, what? Don't you mean like the planet? I'm like, no, I mean butthole. Not because I'm a fucking petulant child incapable of any, you know, highfalutin or classy humor. I'm just like, I'm giving it up front. And that, by subverting the expectation of doing the nuance, people are like, oh my god, he said butthole. What a fucking... They're either that's hilarious or this guy is a fucking no-lifer. And either way, I get like a reaction. Is that toxic? Maybe. But I've always liked fucking clever, fucking silly jokes. Like, you know, Noel Fielding and Julianne Barrett, they had a show, an English duo. It is called The Mighty Boosh. And that was one of the funniest goddamn... Like, Gary Newman would make, like, little, like, cameos. It was just so fucking funny how they would paint this surreal world with characters like a talking gorilla and a shaman that's, like, always wigged out. Like, they took, like, exaggerated characters like that, made their world believable, and then delivered some of the most well-timed, humorous jokes. And then some of it was, like, on the nose. Like when the Hitcher episode, where I use a clip from it where he pees in Howard's face. And he just starts pissing on him. And Howard can't do anything. And he's like, and you're like, oh my god, they're dedicating to the bit. And he's like, oh, that was a bad time for you, wasn't it? With me urine all over your face, boy. So, like, thanks for noticing that, Omizu, because, like, I do like old series like Black Books, which is another English one, you know, and, like, not always English ones. I like stuff from all around the world. If it slaps, it slaps. Like, that's my gauge for everything. So it seems like I have really polarizing black and white opinions out about things. Like, this is cool and this is dumb. Like, but it's more kind of like, if it slaps, it fucking slaps, bro. It could be music, it could be food, it could be a joke, it could be anything. Like, I don't really particularly enjoy stand-up comedians. Like, the funniest guy you know isn't some guy that came up with a tight 30 minutes. Isn't some guy that's telling the same thing on the road. It's some guy you know, your friend, your buddy's dad, or like some fucking dude you know. Maybe you shoot the shit with the guy at the corner store. but like that's the funniest guy you know. Not someone who does it for a living. You trying to see what I'm getting at? I'm not trying to be snobby, like, but like, especially with the brosphere and the manosphere and the Joe Rogan comics and just the, you know, the Tom Segura situation and the, you know, hacky fucking racist comics like, you know, like Tony Baloney, Tony Hinchcliffe, like just kind of like the industry plant set it up. Joe Rogan's podcast producer started it. He doesn't make any jokes. He just acts like a racist cuck and a homophobic cuck, even though he's supposedly gay. He just acts like a bitch, and then real talent comes on his show, and then he tells them why they're not funny. I'm not gonna go through the thing, but humor is going through the, you know, and then they, of course, they say outrageous, nasty shit, and then they go, hey, what are you, some kind of libtard fun humor police? It's like, no, you probably shouldn't like disparage an entire group of people that might lead to, you know, violence, because you're pandering to a group of ignorants to get more views and whatever. But like, stand-up comedians can be real, like, okay, the late great Mitch Hedberg, okay, all right. You talk about people like George Carlin, a lot of people that are like heavily satirical but making social commentary. They're like bringing the ills of the world, they're kind of holding up that proverbial mirror. So I've always appreciated those guys. I've always been inspired by people like Hunter S. Thompson. I know I talk about drugs and substances too much on this channel, but like, you know, a little bit of ego death here is not that bad. A little here and there, but like Hunter Thompson. And I've always had a camera or a video camera. I've always been like trying to document things. I don't know what that is. That could be where I am on the spectrum, being totally honest, but I've always liked making videos, and it's not to hear myself talk. When we were little, and we would film like little fucking shorts, we'd come up with these characters, we'd make our friends fucking spit out chocolate milk laughing. Dude, I swear to fucking God. So like, that's where it started. This is where it's at now. I'm kind of rambling a lot. I'm not concussed, but I'm a little rattled from that slam. And before I shut it down and go get breakfast and go to a different location, or even film a fishing video because it rained a lot, and we might catch a whopper, I'm gonna just rant at the camera for a little bit longer because I got dirt in my elbow slit. But yeah, stand-up comedians are kind of like not always... Oh, you vaguely remember the Mighty Boosh? Yeah, the Mighty Boosh was tight. Even some of the dry humor in like mid-2000s Doctor Who. That, like, when the one guy turned into a mannequin and he was saying pizza over and over, it fucking made me laugh my tits off, dude. Doctor Who. That's why, like, I wanted to like Rick and Morty, because it's kind of like Doctor Who, and it's like Doc and Marty from Back to the Future, and I understand the complex history of it. I know Justin Roiland wanted to try and get sued by Paramount or whoever, like, released Back to the Future or whatever. I understand the whole history, but after the scandal that he was in, and like, I'm not a guy who just goes on witch hunts. I'm not like an opinion guy. I'm a facts guy. And when he got exposed for being real scummy, and like, people don't accuse you of like entrapment and like false imprisonment and stuff unless you've done something yucky. So like the downfall of the show, then it kind of unraveled to me. It's like, oh, you know, Rick isn't just a funny narcissistic alcoholic. It's Justin Roiland's idea of what a smart person is like. And that broke a lot of the immersion for me after he got exposed for the at being a scumbag. As far as Dan Harmon, he had nothing to do with that scandal, okay? So, like, the early episodes of that show really slapped for me, and I don't want to sound like a hipster, like, after Pickle Rick, I stopped liking it. No, it just kind of, like, you know how, like, when a fan base can become kind of toxic and kind of poop on its own medium? That's kind of what happened. Because I do like the first episodes. It was really tight. But after the scandal and everything, it kind of broke the illusion a little bit. I might watch some of the newer episodes with the new voice actors, but it seems like they're gonna fall into the post-McFarlane Family Guy rut, or the modern Simpsons rut of just like insert gag here. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how it got. Like, how many jokes can we fit into 30 minutes? Like, but I do like the duo of the kind of sheepish boy sidekick and like the wild, crazy old man. It reminds me of Back to the Future, which again inspired it, which he made the original short of Doc and Marty, where he was like, "You gotta lick my balls, Marty." And yeah, I think he did get a cease and desist, like he wanted to. But yeah, there's like, you know, I don't mean to poke holes in things if other people like it. I'm not the cool police. You can like it. I just, once the immersion is broken, it doesn't work right. Kind of like the new skate game. The new skate game is so Play-Doh-y and so plasticky, and you could land any trick going any speed, and it just plays the game for you. I still play Skate 3. I still stream Skate 3. I do it when I'm bored in my off time. I was waiting for like my laundry to be done, and I logged on and just streamed right to Twitch a bunch of diarrhea of Skate 3. I do that all the time. And if it's like, if I do wild shit, I fucking will, I will transfer it to YouTube and like make it a video. But yeah, comedy is a lost art, and it's not because of the left libtards and like the comedy police. It's just because of like people are just degrading comedy and they're taking the low-hanging fruit and they're attacking marginalized groups. And it's like, hey man, if you really want to do a racist or a, like kind of an edgy joke, you can still do that. Like, but being black people, am I right? That's not really a joke. That's just kind of hate speech. Now, like when Tony Hinchcliffe, I watched a lot of the new special that bombed. When he said, oh, you know, black people love fried chicken, that's like a 4th grade insult, okay? But if you really wanted to flesh that out into an edgy joke, you could have said, I was in line at Popeyes or something and this guy cut in front of me. Oh, damn, I knew black people like chicken, but see, like, you can say the racist fucked up thing, but like at least like wrap it into a joke. You can't just be like, ha ha ha, them, am I right? Like, that's fucked up. That's borderline hate speech. Like, again, if you put some sort of structure or joke to it, even if it's fucking bad or wrong or morally, like, ill-advised, it's still a joke. But just being like, ha 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 ha, Kool-Aid watermelon, that's, like, not even a joke. That's just, like, grade school bullshit. That's not even like fucking, that's not even grown-up racism. And as someone who says that he's outwardly gay, he's certainly like, yeah. But for Tony Hinchcliffe, kind of being a plant from Joe Rogan's crew and starting that show online and getting massively popular, and then to say that the people that don't like his comedy are like online basement dwellers, okay, you got famous from YouTube, cock. But anyway, for someone who presents as outwardly gay and uses the F-A-G-G-O-T slur all the time, yeah, sure, maybe back in the day I called my little broski in the neighborhood F-A-G, like on Call of Duty or something, right? I actually stopped at Modern Warfare 2. I can't fucking stand COD. It's trash. But I did like the first games when they came out. Also, Medal of Honor was a thing, and we played Battlefield a lot as well, as far as military stuff. Anyway, there's a lot more games in the mix, but I'm digressing from what I'm saying. But for someone who says they're outwardly gay, he sure makes hella jabs at his own community. Is he, like, bisexual and, like, presenting as gay to, like, be able to slander a marginalized group? Or does he really feel that way, like internalized hatred from being bullied or something? I don't know. Either way, at the end of the day, whether you say, oh, it's still comedy and it's freedom of speech, okay, sure, that's fine, whatever. But like, you know, just be aware of what you're endorsing. You know, you have to be careful, because a lot of those jokes come from a very disingenuous place. It's hackneyed comedy, And, you know, people like Mark Maron do a very good job of exposing it. Even like funny Asian guy, Bobby Lee. I love Bobby Lee. Even he has like a distaste for he's known to be wild and problematic also. And even he has a distaste for the Austin comedy. You know, and if you look at Joe Rogan's stand-up and you watch him humping chairs and shit, it's just man show bro shit. It's like diarrhea, you know? And I don't want to just keep going about it. Like, you could make jokes about misogyny. You can make jokes about the ills of the world. But don't, like, encourage it. Does that make sense? You know? Like, how do you turn your dishwasher into a snowblower? Oh, give her a shovel. Like, that's misogynistic bullshit. But it's a joke. It's actually a joke with a punchline and a delivery. And the problem is, if you try to deliver that in a satirical manner, there's always going to be someone malice signaling. I remember when I was younger, I would do these hilarious racist hillbilly characters. I would put on like the overalls and I would have like the fucking wheat thing in my mouth. And I'd be like, hey, motherfuckers, I don't like... I would say maybe a slur. I'd say, I don't like blah, blah, blah. I love Kenneth Chesney and Toby Keith and I don't like Arabs. You know, I would just like be doing a character, right? And my friends would be rolling on the floor laughing. The problem is there would be two kids in the background that were being like, yeah, you're right. Minorities do suck. And they would not understand that I was like making fun of people that are yucky and hateful. And they thought that I was like rooting for it. And I always thought that that was so crazy. Like even back in the early 2000s in the locker room and shit. And so you would have to like be careful about what you said in certain places because people will miss the satire, take it literally for face value, and think you're being hateful. So, like, some of my fucking hillbilly characters are so hilarious and they kick ass, I don't do them anymore. I don't do them because people are, like, fucking ignorant. And they think that I, like, am endorsing hate. It did stop raining. I might do a fishing video, you guys. It rained a lot yesterday. There might be a big boy down in the local creek. And I don't want to go to the river. Oh, sorry about that, Chad. That was really gross. I had a mustache hair in my mouth. I'm really sorry about that. That was kind of yucky. I'm sorry. But yeah. I didn't mean to, like, get a way off topic. I really got shook after falling, but I'm better now. Yeah. You know what's funny though about the Joe Rogan arc? I kind of thought he was likable when he was the host of Fear Factor. Like, there was a time period where I was like, oh, this guy probably like, you know, kicks it and like fucking plays video games and eats Slim Jims or whatever. Yeah, he's a regular guy. Like, but because of the YouTube commentary community and because of people that are hyper vigilant and people like I said, Mark Maron and even some like Trumper guys that are like flip-flopping, like Tim Dillon, they're like, yo dude, we've been scammed. Like, some of these guys, some of them are honest and they're saying like, yeah, it's bullshit, and then some of them are just like, I'm going where the money's at. And, you know, I'm not a perfect person. Someone once said, like, when I was criticizing Tony Hinchcliffe, someone in the live chat said, like, oh, man, you're holier than thou attitude. Like, your shit doesn't stink. Like, you think you're better. It's like, no, by comparison, actively, I don't go around saying hateful things about marginalized groups. So, like, by comparison, yeah, I think I'm a slightly better person because it's irresponsible when you have a platform that fucking big. And speaking of calling the haters basement dwellers, his fans are fucking basement dweller incels. Okay? They've never seen a pussy. Like, dude, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm ugly now, but I'm married. Like, sometimes you have to develop a personality. I guess that's what I'm trying to say to the incel rage. Women don't owe you anything. They don't owe you their body. Go fucking sit on a railroad spike. Yuck, you yucky fuck. And no, like, I hate performative males also, who like say they stand up for women's rights and they say they give a shit, but they're just working an angle to try and sleep with chicks. That's fucking sleazy, bro. Like, sexism is wrong. And people are like, well, the women's NBA is trash. I can't watch that shit. Well, yeah, if we haven't been fucking beating them and fucking abusing them since caveman times, maybe evolution would have been able to catch up with them too. Like, you gotta understand, like, the ball starts at the top of the hill and it rolls down and collects shit and mud and snow. Like, of course, we've been making them subservient house cleaners, you know, for the past century. No wonder they haven't caught up to us. Like, so fucking, like, that's why I love about skateboarding and the accessibility of skateboarding is because, like, there's chicks on boards that get fucking rad. There's any walk of life of people that get fucking rad. There's people with no legs that get rad. There's people with no arms that get rad because they roll on the skateboard and they do tricks. It's pretty inspiring, you know. There's people with like certain type of cerebral palsy where they have like a cage and they scoot along with their rolling cage. Skateboarding's always been accessible to all people and respectful and loving. That's one of the key things that keeps this subculture going, even though skateboarding's in a lull right now. But I wanted to get back to like the part of misogyny and sexism. At the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense. It's like basically like eugenics. It's like, well, women are more emotional and blah, 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 blah. Well, aren't all wars started by men? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no. At the end of the day, we're all humans. We're all people. We have feelings. Okay, maybe your girl has a PMS spike, estrogen, whatever. You have a testosterone spike. Maybe you get moody. Or you, like, you know what I mean? It's like humans are humans. Like, we're people. Whether you got the skin loadout in the video game that has a boobies, or if you got the skin loadout in the video game that has a ding-dongler, we're all people. So, like, when people are like, well, girls... but men, it's like, dude, but we're all like people with like feelings and thoughts and aspirations and goals. Like, when you already put people into categories like that, you already devalue them on a human level. So, I don't mean to just wax so philosophical. It started raining again, and I'm cooling down. My slam ski was a little bit like of a jolt. I am gonna get out of here soon, but yeah, that's why sexism, like, the disgusting abusers and the people that, like, protect them, like the Andrew Tates of the world, and, you know, even TRUMP himself, it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. How can you treat women as a monolith and devalue them that much? Like, I'm a guy, I wanna fuck, but, like, the fact that you treat another human being with thoughts and feelings like a transactionary thing, that's really deeply disgusting. And like I said, I'm not a performative male. I'm not trying to, like, you know, be like, oh, I'm cool, ladies, subscribe to my channel. No, you just shouldn't fucking be a sicko to people. And we have too many people that protect sickos. And rest in peace, King Cobra JFS. Fuck sickos. Fuck sickos. I'm gonna have to do a drink combo for you soon, buddy. Yeah. Not a creepy, weird parasocial thing. But with Josh Saunders, aka the Gothic King Cobra himself, I had a brief before the Samwise incident and my my Facebook getting deleted. I had a brief actual DM with King Cobra, and I was like, hey man, I'm a big fan, I'm gonna be in Arizona when you're in Arizona visiting family, like maybe I could. And then, like, I ended up not going, and then he passed away. So, like, I'm not being weird and parasocial. I didn't know Josh personally, but I did send DoorDash to his place on live stream. And I was kind of involved in the community, and I hate how, like, some people's lives are genuinely interesting, but like some of the lolcow stuff is like evil. They're just like people who are queer or disabled or autistic, and they're like lolcows. That, I think some of that is extreme. I think that's hurtful and wrong. But like yucky people like Cyrax that like shove fidget spinners up their cock slit and talk to minors, yeah, fuck them. What a bitch. You know? But people telling Christian to do assault on his mother, that's, I get it. The guys, people are the girls perpetually online, and there are people like that don't understand that, and they don't pick up on the social cues. But like that is when the lolcow stuff is just evil. Like sometimes people are just interesting. I see so many other people on this format, you know, and you shouldn't view them in an exploitative way. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Have a great day. I will be back later. I gotta see if the rain lets up. I have plenty of battery. You might see me at the fishing hole. Yeah. Just try and be kind to others. You know? You have to try and have like a discernment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not better than anybody, but once you go down that psychedelic ego death rabbit hole, you really start to like view everyone's individual beauty, and like you try to work with people that are even like not teachable or downright belligerent. You try to just be the light in the darkness, and that's not a religious thing. I'm not religious. I'm clearly a man of the universe and a man of reason and science. But yeah, try to be the light in the fucking darkness, dude, because there are just fucking shit burgers everywhere. You know? But I just, you know, I don't want to get the backlash. I'm trying to just have a positive message before I log off stream. You know, I see the comments coming, well, you're perfect? No, I'm not perfect. I've done some douche cunt things. I've just tripped enough to, like, know that my role in this world is not, like, we're just a little, bloop, we're just a little fart. We're just a little fart on a timeline. It's fucking mystical shit. Anyway, I don't want to wax on like a stoner. I don't want to sound like a dumb hippie. I got shook from that little baby slam, and I'm going to go grab some grub, and I'll see you guys on stream later. Thanks for watching. Shout out Amizu. Shout out everybody. And like, subscribe, share. And if you really like my stuff, I'm going to try and get better. Okay? I'm very limited with my computer and my editing software, so a lot of the times when I make certain effects, I don't really see what they look like until I've rendered the video. I'm doing the best that I can with the limitations I have. And hopefully we can upgrade soon. So let me go back to the app where I'm broadcasting from, and we'll shut her down because my phone is at like 1%, and we gotta plug it in or it'll just go, oops, connection lost. So we better do that. That way we got saved it at 1%. And then the power bank, I will charge the power bank as well, because that will also charge the phone. I gotta go set up a new deck. I gotta eat some breakfast. So I will see you after that. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go get some grip tape. I'm gonna set up another deck. If we can find another skate spot, we'll rip another skate spot. If not, we're doing a fishing live stream. Not even a video edited offline. A fishing live stream. Get it, Brody. Oh man, I like this internet shit. It feels like the days of Halo 2. It feels like I'm just meeting random cool people and we're just gelling with it. And shout out to Ian Frequency. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Okay? Like, thanks for watching my videos. Ow! Ow! Yeah. I'm gonna grab a little breakfast, guys. Peace the fuck out. To wait a second, there's a delay. Peace the fuck out. Bye now.